Hey there, YouTube surfers. Happy 2024. I thought I'd review this karaoke machine that I picked up for Christmas. This is I'll probably pronounce this wrong, but Ikarao uh, karaoke machine. I think it's called the X1, if I'm not mistaken. It was around $550, but it's got a lot of neat built-in features. I'm going to go over the good and the bad. Um, so let's get started. So first of all, you can see these RGB lights, which are pretty cool. I'll get into more details, but it's got these nice big roller wheels on the side. This is volume. This is changes the lights. So right now there's no music playing, obviously, but it's also got these little flashy things that pop up. But I think there's like 4 light modes. There's one there, it just changes colors on its own. Kind of goes to the different colors. If I roll the wheel again, this is just flashing lights. Let me roll a little bit more. Here's another option. And they do kind of go to the beat of the music. I think there might only be one that actually goes to the beat of the music, which is fine. There's another one there. You get the idea. So it's very easy to change the lights. You can see also I've got this mounted on a stand. This did not come with a stand. I have some DJ speakers that I already own, so it's already got the hole underneath where you can just set it on. So that's very convenient. It's got the laptop interface. It's got, or not laptop, I'm sorry, tablet style interface. Let me go back to the main screen here. This is how you go back. I'm in the YouTube right now, but if I hold this button, this is the main startup screen, which I'll talk about a little bit more in a second. It's got 2 microphones, which are cool. These charge. They go in these holes here and they charge up. They have their own built-in batteries. They have, this is how you power them on. Hold the button down. Test. There is a delay, which I'll talk about. I've noticed there's a little bit of lag when you talk, more than normal lag with other microphones. Let me turn that off. The other features, there it goes. The other features on here are volume up and down. This is kind of nice because it independently controls the volume. There's 2 mics for each microphone, independent of the volume of the speaker. So you could essentially, if you're doing a karaoke song, you can crank this up. The song, it'll affect the song volume, but your voice will stay the same, which I think is pretty neat. It doesn't increase your voice so you can adjust. In other words, you can adjust the music and your voice independently, which is nice. You can also, on the microphone, if you push this button, as opposed to when it's powered up, of course. Here, let me show you. Powered up. If you just push it, it'll toggle through the different voice modes. So I'm just pushing the button. There's all these different voice modes. They all stand for different things. I think if you go on the screen here, let me see, I think it's this one. Well, those are the lights. Bear with the microphone options. Yeah. So it's kind of redundant. It's like a redundant thing. So if I push this, you'll see it change. Custom, original. They all, let's see the echo on that one. They all adjust the sound slightly to your taste. Professional, cartoon, monster, custom. And then of course you got your reverb, treble, and bass. Let me set this down for a second. So those controls are right here. Let's see if it, oh yeah. So what I found is that all these, even the treble and bass, I thought this was for the speaker output. All these controls are for your microphone, which is kind of strange. You got music ducking, you've got reverb. You can, if you turn that on, you can see as I'm turning the reverb up and down, it's another redundant control there. So that's what all this is for. Took me a while to figure that out. The instructions aren't super clear, they're very basic, but for the most part you can figure this out just by playing around with it. What else can I tell you? So that's the general idea. Let me push that in. All those click in like that. That's really nice. This is convenient. You can just, it's all one unit. That was the appeal of it for me, because it's one unit. The microphone, you don't have microphones, no, you know, like some of them you got to hang them on the side or they're not really built in. You can literally just grab this and take it to your friend's house, and you don't have to hook anything else up. It's got the strap, tearing strap, and it's also got handles, grab handles. So it's pretty big, you know, it's probably about, let's see, I always do this, but here's my 13 Pro Max next to it, if that gives you an idea how big it is. You know, it's probably 18 inches wide by maybe 14 inches tall. It probably weighs, I'm not sure what exactly it weighs, but I would say maybe 20 pounds. It's not super heavy, but it does have some weight to it. On the back, I'm just kind of randomly giving you information as I think about it. Actually, let me spin it around. Sorry about the camera work. Let me just turn it like this. It'll be easier. You got a bunch of input options and output options. I believe there's a HDMI out. There's you can hook your own microphones in here, or guitar. You can switch it from mic or guitar level right up here. There's aux in, aux out. You can adjust the gains of your guitar or your mic right there. USB, you can even put a micro SD card in here. So I guess you could play music. I'm not sure how many people do that today. Most people probably just go on YouTube or some music service and stream it, but the option's there. I have not tried that out, but I'm sure it works. And then down here is just your cord. You just plug it in. This does have a built-in battery. You can see it's not plugged in right now. I think it goes, I'm just gonna guess because I don't remember what the specs say offhand, but I think I'll put a link in the description so you can read about it. But I think it's like 4 to 8 hours or something like that on battery. You know, depending on your volume, of course, that you're playing it at, but which isn't bad. So you can charge it up. You don't even have to plug it in to go use it. All right, what else? I don't think, and I could be wrong. Let me check this out real quick. Yeah, I think the only sound setting available, which is sad, on the speaker itself, we talked about the microphone, but the speaker sound, you can turn, there's a bass boost, you can turn off and on. Again, that's redundant here. You can turn it off and on. I have not been able to find, I haven't even played with that yet either. Light. Okay, so you got light, outdoor. You do have some music modes here. Okay, I haven't really messed with these, but even though there's not many options that I have found to customize the sound, it sounds really good. There really isn't a need to really customize the sound that much. So I would say that's not a huge concern in my opinion. So yeah, so let me go back to, let me just go to here. So let's talk about, let me talk about some of the usability of this thing. I'm debating returning this. It works great for what it is, but for the price, $550 or $600, it's got a couple shortcomings. I have not been able to load any apps, even though there is an app store. I like to listen to Sirius XM radio. There's no app for that in this Aptoad app store. It's a version of Android. It's similar to a Google Play Store, but doesn't seem to have as many apps. I'll just leave it at that. YouTube is on here. When you open it, it just basically takes you to the YouTube website. So you could go to Sirius XM website and play music that way if you have an XM subscription. I haven't tried that, but I don't see why that wouldn't work. But this is the main way that I've used it to karaoke with. You can go on YouTube. I'm not going to play music because of copyright strikes, but you can just, if you don't know, you can go on YouTube and just put in karaoke, if I can spell it right. You see, this is due summer of '69, right? You can see the tablet is not the fastest in the world, but you can, it does work. It does sound good. It just takes, it's a little bit laggy. It's not like an iPad where it's, you know, instantaneously, boom, that what you're looking for just pops right up. So for that, you know, using YouTube for karaoke is fine. Yeah, like I said, let me go back. If you hold this down, it'll go all the way back. There's these different apps on here. I don't have a Spotify subscription, so I haven't tried that. You can just launch a Chrome browser. Again, there's apps in the App Store. I did try to install another complaint of mine. Let me go back real quick. Oh yeah, over here. Sorry. Sing, apps, more. So if you go to more, that'll have the apps that you downloaded. I do have a YouTube Music subscription. So I installed this app. I thought, okay, this will be a way for me to, you know, just Bluetooth. Like, let's say I just want to listen to music and I just want to Bluetooth, you know, from my phone to here, which I'll talk about in a quick second. I thought, well, it'd be nice to, you know, or I'm sorry, I said that. Scratch that. Let's say I just want to play music off of here without Bluetoothing to my phone, so I can be independent and I can just let this thing run and play songs. I thought, let's put YouTube Music on here. Great. So I did that. I don't know if it has something to do with the interface or what the deal is, but I go to sign into my account and this is what it does. I can't add an account. It won't let me do anything. So that was a bummer. So that's kind of frustrating. However, you can, let me show it. You can just Bluetooth, like I said, you can Bluetooth directly to your phone, which a lot of people do. Just push this button. There's also aux mode, Bluetooth pairing. I think I paired it. Yeah, okay, it paired automatically, and it works great. I mean, you just play songs, whatever apps you have on your phone, just like you normally would play through Bluetooth, you know, Apple Music, Spotify, whatever you got. That works fine. And then the name of the song actually will appear here, which, at least using Apple Music, which I thought was pretty cool. So that works just fine. So yeah, you know, the installing of the apps is, like I said, is a little limited. I was a little disappointed with that, with at least the things I tried. Let me go back to the it's called local. That's like your view here. Your interface view is local over here. It works great. So now that my complaints are, one, there is a delay. I've got these other microphones that I've had. These are cheap. These are nothing special. I think there's two of these, and they come with a little receiver. I mean, I may have paid like $60 for the whole set for these. When you hook these into the back, into the line in, there's almost no delay. But with these, there's a noticeable delay when you talk. That kind of bothers me a little bit. I mean, it's not terrible, but if you're trying to karaoke, you don't want your voice to come, you know, behind the music. You don't want to be lagging when you're trying to sing. It depends on what you're using this for. You know, if it's just your kids at home and having a good time, which probably most people are going to use it for, maybe that doesn't matter that much. But maybe I'm being a little nitpicky too, but for the amount of money, you'd expect it to not do that. The microphone quality is great. No issues there. There is, I don't know if I can demonstrate it. I just noticed this today, speaking of microphone. Let me turn this on. Test. There's a little bit of like static noise when you're talking. Probably can't really hear it on the video, but I noticed it today, especially if you're in, let me switch modes. Push this, I'm in this other mode. See, that's weird. Yeah, I do hear it a little bit. It's like a little fizz sound every time you say something. I don't know. It's not, maybe not a deal breaker, but definitely there. But overall, I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm thinking about returning it just because I'm really picky when I buy something. I like, you know, I'm into audio stuff. I'm into sound. The sound is great. As I said, there's just a few functionality issues. The delay, the app thing is a little bit wonky, but you know, I don't know. I don't want to say it's a good product overall, but if you're real picky like me, you might want to avoid this one. I don't know. It's hard to say. Again, I don't want to give it a bad review because it's got so many pros. Just, you know, there's just a few cons, I guess. So what else can I say about it? I mean, that's about it. I was thinking about potentially getting a JBL Party Box 310. I know those are, you know, those are proven to be awesome. The reason I didn't do that originally because I wanted something integrated. I didn't want to mess with, okay, well now I got to get my, you know, primarily for karaoke. Now I got to get my iPad, make sure that's charged, hook that up. Then I also got to hook up some microphones, right? That was the appeal of this unit, is everything's in one. You just, nothing extra to hook up. It's all in one unit. So again, there's pros and cons, right? I mean, if you want something in one unit, this is great. There's a few shortcomings like I identified. If those don't bother you that much, then yeah, I'd say go for this. But if they do, then you might want to look elsewhere. That's kind of my opinion. Anyway, what else can I say about it? I guess that's about it. Thank you for watching. I'll put a link in the description of this. Please give it a like if you liked it. Hit me up with any questions. I can try to answer. There's not a ton of reviews on this out there. The ones I have seen don't really talk about issues or talk about their experience. The ones I've seen out there just seem to talk about the features, and that's about it. So I appreciate a like and subscribe if you feel so inclined, and have a great day. Thanks.